This was insane to witness as it took all 48 minutes on the hardwood for the Los Angeles Lakers to take down the scorching hot Portland Trail Blazers on the road as they prepare for an extremely tough rest of the way. We're going to talk about how the Lakers can build off this big win and how it will ultimately help them down the road for the rest of the regular season here on Lakers Digest. And welcome to the channel. My name is Hunter Pitcoff. If you're new, we appreciate the love. We appreciate the outpour of support that we have been getting. But all I ask is if you are a fan of the content, you want to keep up with everything going on here, including the breakdown of tonight's win, all I ask is to stop what you're doing right now and just hit that subscribe button. We are on our way to 16K, more than halfway from 15K. And almost 90% of you guys watching this video are not subscribed. Like, you're already watching the video. You're already tuning into the content. All we ask is if you're a fan, or maybe you hate us, although I don't recommend it, stop what you're doing right now. Hit that subscribe button before we get into today's video here, because LePortland, is he not the game MVP of this one, as the Los Angeles Lakers end up holding off the Portland Trail Blazers at Moda Center 110-102 to stop the two-game skid against two of the bottom feeders in the NBA, in the Utah Jazz and the Charlotte Hornets. And while the Portland Trail Blazers, record-wise, for the totality of the season, are not a great team, they had won 10 out of their last 11 games entering this one. This was a team that it was their first game coming off the All-Star break. They had as much momentum as pretty much any NBA team did in the entire NBA. And now with a guy like Victor Wembanyama out for the season, who knows? Portland can maybe sneak their way into the in-season tournament. Oh, sorry, not in-season tournament, into the play-in. And who knows what happens from there. But we're not going to focus so much on the Blazers. We'll save that for a Blazers Digest video, I guess. We are the Los Angeles Lakers. We focus on the Lakers here. And LeBron James was absolutely phenomenal in this one. 40 points for LeBron in this one. The turnovers tied a career high with 11 turnovers, so that obviously was not so good. But 14 of 24 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3. And with that being said, it was Austin Reaves that maybe was the most impressive Laker. 32 points, 9 of 21 from the field. Still has been struggling a bit from 3, hit some timing ones, but 12 of 13 from the line, 7 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals, and 3 charges taken for Austin Reaves. So you could even tell, right? Toward the end of that game, he looked gassed out there. Had some phenomenal defensive plays. There was that one play, he jumped the pass, stole it from Scoot Henderson, essentially, and then ended up getting 2 points, which ultimately really helped the Lakers. I think it was about 7 minutes left in the game in the fourth quarter, and that really kind of ignited the Lakers' defense after they were kind of struggling a bit. They were up as much as 18 points in the first half, and then Portland found a way to cut it. At some point, actually tied up the game in the fourth quarter. But the Lakers, unlike the game against the Charlotte Hornets, they were able to hold on to the lead essentially the entire game here. They never really let it up after they got up early in the first half. A good friend of mine, his dad has always told me, who was a basketball coach growing up, that basketball is a game of peaks and valleys, and we definitely have seen that with the Los Angeles Lakers in this one, as this was a team that was up 18, they blow the lead, and yet championship teams make championship plays at the end of games, and I'm not saying the Lakers are a championship team yet. You got to get the hardware, do it first, but that's how you win a basketball game. You don't turn the ball over at the end of the game. They didn't. They make all their free throws at the end of the game. They rebound the basketball, and they play really good defense. I mean, that's ultimate. They had a couple turnovers, to be fair, but this was ultimately a much cleaner execution toward the end of the game. And you can clearly tell that the Portland Trail Blazers, too, were a team that's not used to playing in the bright lights and in real close game situations. Because you look at their guards. I mean, 4 of 11 for Shaedon Sharpe, 4 of 13 for Scoot Henderson, 3 of 13 for Anthony Simons. The turnovers as well, not horrible here, although Scoot Henderson with 3 turnovers, Shaedon Sharpe with 4. All right, so it was a little bit worse than maybe I thought. Odeni Avia leading the way there with 28, and Tamani Kamara, also having a really good game. But it wasn't just Austin Reaves with a phenomenal performance and really one of his best games of the season. He's continuing to play great basketball after he got tossed in the game last night against the Charlotte Hornets. And the Lakers I think they landed at 3 a.m. That's what they were saying when they landed in Portland from the back-to-back, and LeBron's still managing to get 10 hours plus of sleep, which pretty interesting there. Good for him. I wish I could get that much sleep, but looking at what the Lakers did here, Dorian Finney-Smith, some crucial rebounds as well. That offensive rebound that put the Lakers up 8 on the putback there, ultimately sealed the game. Another great game from him. Hachimura, really quiet night, only 6 points. Thought Hayes was solid. Trey Jemison, getting the minutes over Alex Len here, and I actually thought looked pretty good as well. I was trying to find him here. Yeah, 6 points, 4 rebounds. Didn't commit 2 fouls, not too bad. He's someone who has a tendency of fouling a lot. Jordan Goodwin also getting a lot of meaningful minutes at the end of the game. I mean, these are two guys that are fighting for roster spots right now on this team, and you can really make an argument for either of them. And I think Trey Jemison getting the minutes over Alex Len was very interesting, and honestly looked better than Alex Len has, albeit 2 games that he's played with the Lakers so far this season. So Trey Jemison really trying to make the most out of his opportunity as a two-way player. We know Jordan Goodwin's a two-way player, as well as Christian Coloco, who's been a two-way player since before the season even started. So those guys doing their best. Thought really played really good minutes. I mean, not even any points for Jordan Goodwin, but I thought his hustle, the rebounds, diving for loose balls, I thought he was fantastic in this one, as well as Trey Jemison. But let's also bring it to this final point, guys, to kind of wrap it up, as I just clicked the wrong button, the calm before the storm. So this wasn't necessarily a calm game. Don't get me wrong. It was definitely a wild game. I was on the edge of my seat watching, like many of you guys probably were. But the reason why I say this is because the Lakers' schedule gets really difficult starting Saturday night as they play, cover your ears, cover your eyes, the Denver Nuggets on primetime television on ABC at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. So it's going to be, the game of the day, if you will, for the NBA, as they are the ones marketing it. And then, of course, after that, they have the game against the Dallas Mavericks, which now has become extremely interesting because that will be Luka Doncic's first time playing the Mavericks since he was traded. And Luka did not play in this one as well. People, I know, are probably going to overreact a little bit and be like, oh, the Lakers won and they didn't have Luka Doncic and blah, blah, blah. Guys, I know he hasn't been playing well. He will figure it out. It would be awesome if he figures it out. I mean, I would love for him to figure it out against Denver, but if he finally has like that breakout game and it's against the Dallas Mavericks and scores like 40 points, I just hope that for him personally, because I think he just got absolutely screwed over and has been ran through the mud. Whether he got traded to the Lakers or any other team, I'd be saying the same thing about Luka Doncic. The man has been through the ringer, and I just hope the best for him personally. So that's going to be one of the biggest, probably the biggest regular season game that he is, most emotional, if anything, game that he has played in his career, and probably one that he will definitely remember for the rest of his career and quite frankly for the rest of his life against the Dallas Mavericks. But even besides that, they played the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Lakers do after that. That's another team that's playing really good basketball. Then they got the Clippers 2 times in a row. I know the Lakers have had success against them this season, but in the last game they played. But look, playing a team, 2 games in a row. We just saw with the Utah Jazz. They got smoked in the second one after beating them pretty good in the first one. Then they're going to be playing the Boston Celtics. They're playing the Brooklyn Nets. They got the Knicks again coming up. So this is going to be a pretty tough schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. We're really going to see what this team is made of. And it's going to start on Saturday night as well against the Denver Nuggets, who were on an 8-game win streak. And I'm not sure if they played tonight, actually. I have to double check that. But Denver Nuggets also playing phenomenal basketball, and unfortunately we know the history that they have, but the Lakers haven't had Luka Doncic against them yet either, so that's going to be a big storyline as well too. How does Luka Doncic fit into the equation after the Lakers? It took LeBron James, Austin Reaves combining for 72 points in order to get this win, and guys, we appreciate you tuning in to all of our content per usual, but if you've watched all the way through this video as the Lakers end up getting the win on the road against the scorching hot Portland Trailblazers 110-102. But you're not subscribed, because I know 90% of you guys watching this video are not subscribed. Just click that subscribe button right down below. And also leave a comment down below too, guys. What do you think of this game? I always love to hear your feedback. As the Lakers, are able to erase away a 2-game losing streak, and win a gutsy back-to-back road performance in a really rowdy Thursday night game against the Portland Trailblazers. And I promise you guys, we'll keep you up to date with everything surrounding your Los Angeles Lakers games, recaps, reports, rumors, everything you want to know about your Los Angeles Lakers. You can find that out here on Lakers Digest.